Okay. It has started. I'm trying to remember. In the last episode, we found the security director, and now we are on the hunt to get her brother back. Which we know is being what is going on here? Are these the capitals of the states? Some of these don't. Like, I know Sacramento is the capital of California. Isn't it? It's one of the S-sounding cities. I know that for a fact. But some of these, I don't know. It seems a little strange. Like, Austin's the capital of Texas?
I think so.
That sounds a little funny to me. But if it says so.
Austin or
Okay, so straight ahead. Security how do you say this word? Panopticon. Yeah, we're in security now. In memory of the heroic agents who gave their lives to forces known and unknown for the protection and greater knowledge of all mankind, we honor their sacrifice. I'm actually so curious about something. No names that look familiar to me. Oh. I gotta go around. Medical wing. Possessed. Shelter. These things almost never seem worth it now, because there's never anything really interesting in them. Besides the occasional box that has random shit in it. Security center. Oh, these things. This is mold. Or fungus, I guess. Come on. Okay. I remember not liking this area when I first played this game, because there was some hazards that were annoying to deal with. Emergency showers? Probably. This is the medical wing. I don't think I asked you this, but do you think you could work in an office? Well, sometimes it's not really numbers, it's mostly just, you know, paperwork and shit. Not all offices are the same. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. Security center. I remember finding some paperwork here that was pretty interesting. Altered item cell
is
breach.
What the Bureau calls Dylan. His cell's been breached. Has the Hiss found him? Are you there with him? Can you protect him?
Oh, we gotta go through the hotel again. Oh. Oh. Ugh. Okay. Oh. Nah, it's normal. Yeah, flipped it right side up.
It's been a long time since Dylan and I knew each other. I've wondered about him. What kind of man he'd grow up to be. Were things as hard for him as they were for me? Maybe in here, they were even harder.
What would you even say after so long? Oh! Ugh, you have a unfortunate haircut.
Oh, hello. Is there something I can help you with?
I'm Jesse, the new director. I need to get inside.
New director? Right. Well, okay. Hello, I'm Frederick Langston, the Panopticon supervisor. It's not the best time for a tour. We have hiss everywhere, numerous cell breaches, and system failures across the board, but you're the director, so here we go. Founded by Zachariah Trench, the Panopticon is our state-of-the-art repository for all altered items.
I don't have time for
objects
this.
of Power and
I was told Dylan Faden was kept here. Can you help me find him?
Faden. Sure. Darling wanted him somewhere secure and isolated away from people. He's in the maximum security cells, upper level. But there's currently a pressing matter, ma'am. We've got an object of power loose in there. It's wrecking the place. The Benikoff TV, it's a real doozy. Salvador took a team in to handle it, but no one's heard from them for hours. This is a Category 5 OOP we're talking about, and if we don't contain it soon, it will tear the Panopticon apart. And we don't want all those altered items getting loose, ma'am. No, trust me.
Dylan's in there.
Open the door, Langston. I'll handle it.
If you say so. I usually tell first-timers not to touch anything, so, just do that. Here, I'll get the door for you. And please,
He doesn't...
call me Fred.
He doesn't
Thanks,
seem
Langston.
bad, but his haircut makes me think he's,
So many cell breaches. I guess life's a breach, huh?
Oh, no,
Is the
sketchy.
TV back in its box yet? No rush, it's just...
Let me ask him some things before I go.
Do you like working at the FBC?
Sure. I mean, yeah, the drama's a bit much, but I get better benefits here than I would over at the Postal Service. I checked. Better healthcare. That's not to say I don't like my job, ma'am. Been here over 15 years. No one knows the Panopticon collection better than me. I'm, close to them, in a way.
I can't tell if that's creepy or normal here.
You worked at the post office before working here? I mean, it's a government job, I guess.
How do you keep the altered items under control?
It depends on the item. Each one has different needs. Ritualistic touches go a long way. Singing to them,
Did he say
flipping the
singing?
lights 3 times, that sort of thing. It's not superstition if it works.
What's the difference between objects of power and altered items?
Think of them like storms. Objects of power are like tropical cyclones or hurricanes for the uneducated. They're big, rare, and scary. Of course, directors can just bind the OOP and become the eye of the storm. Altered items are more like weird thunderstorms. Some may rain frogs, some may rain corn, but they all rain something.
And how does the hiss factor into all that?
It's changing them, making them aggressive. Now they're all raining, I don't know, knives. Knife rain.
Nice metaphor.
Did you work closely with Trench?
Oh, he spent most of his time with Darling and all them. The inner circle. Not that I care.
Trench certainly had his favorites.
He did stop in occasionally to scowl and smoke. Did you know the Bureau has a no smoking policy? It does. Just not for Trench. Still, he is the one who put aside funding for the Panopticon. The man did have vision.
I mean, you gotta keep all the shit somewhere, so I get it.
How did you get this job?
Started as a junior agent because my uncle knew a guy. From there I got put on a desk until an accident left the containment sector severely understaffed. At which point I got bumped up to management. Put in a steady 8 hours a day for another 10 years and voila, supervisor.
I just picked up a gun. Or a gun picked me.
It does make me wonder something. If these guys, because the way he worded it sounds like they just work a shift and they go home. It must be strange to work in a place like this and just go home to the real world.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Is that a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside the building. Okay. Ooh, look at this. Oh dear diner coffee thermos. No unique procedures required. Altered status is suspected but under verified. A blue coffee thermos with a white plastic cap and the logo of Oh Dear Diner located in Bright Falls, Washington. The cap doubles as a mug. The item responds to Formula 116, yet no discernible altered item effect has been discovered, other than keeping liquids warm for surprisingly long periods of time. It's also worth noting that the coffee from the thermos is always refreshing and strong, no matter its quality before being poured into an item. So, say you pour coffee in there for like a month, it'll still be warm when you pour it out. And the coffee will be decent. The thermos was discovered on the shore of Cauldron Lake outside the town of Bright Falls. Both are known sites of a recurring AWE, Altered World event. See Bright Falls AWE files for further information. According to the witness statements, Alan Wake, see Prime Candidate Program for further information. Ooh. So that means he has the potential to be a director like Jesse. Who went missing shortly before the discovery of the thermos, had been seen blank collecting similar thermoses for a blank purpose. So yeah, it's just referencing the fucking the collectibles from the first game. Yeah.
The Panopticon. Roland's close. But that object of power might wreck this place before I find him.
Fourth floor. This is where I need to go. Ooh. A mailbox? A picnic basket? A rotary fan? That looks like one of those mallets you use for those carnival games. First floor. I mean, fourth floor.
Wrong with the Bureau's plan to make Dylan the next director. Marshall made it sound like it was all Dylan's fault, but how much of it was what the Bureau did to him? I don't think she's telling me everything.
Nope, sorry. Fourth floor. No, this one doesn't have anything. That doesn't seem good.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Oh. A fridge?
What are you doing in there?
Oh, thank God. Look, someone has to watch this object at all times, or it deviates. My shifter blades have never showed up. Can you help me?
Damn.
I can't. I'm sorry. There's an emergency. I'll come back. I promise.
Okay. Okay, just don't forget. I can't stare at this thing much longer.
No, that doesn't sound good. Okay, oh. So this is where he was at. The Twisted Passage.
That's the object of power. I need to cleanse it.
TV? What does it do? Oh. It's very strange. Ooh. It certainly is a... This certainly is a room. Oh, the head is one of the security guys got taken over. God damn it. Fucking went to go pick up some health and only just to lose it all. Nah, I'm gonna die. He's down.
That thing was salvaged.
Yup.
Or the head of security has teamed in Sandwich. Okay, the TV. Another object of power going nuts. Here we go again.
Ugh. Use the TV slash babysitter. Levitate superhero over the obstacle. Hold X to levitate. Whoa. Slow fall. And drop. Oh, this shit makes my feet tingle in a bad way. I don't like it. Yes. Like, I can feel my feet kind of like falling almost when that happens. Newsflash APB. The his static attempted, our board must survive.
Dealt with the TV.
A CRTV built by Benikoff and Sons Electrics. The screen is still functional. The object can levitate itself off the ground to a maximum observed altitude of blank. When bound, the object allows paraнаturals to harness the power. Blah, 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 blah. The object was first discovered in a local news story from Blank, Kansas. The figure had been seen blank over buildings. The Bureau dispatched agents of the town who discovered that a man named Blank had bound himself to the object. Mr. Blank was detained, and the object was brought to the Bureau for study.
Now I can find Dylan.
You think you'd like to be able to fly? No? How come? Well, that's why you need to just practice. Your will is mine. 1 second. Oh. Oh, fuck that. That made me nervous for a second. Oh no, it's just I'm just looking up something really quick. Because floor 5. Sniper. Swan bow. Yeah, I see that now. Okay. Enemies are down. Swan boat. Water cooler. Crowbar. Where are you, Mr. Freeman?
So close.
That's his cell, but I'll go back there right now in a second. Swan boat. What is that? Get well soon balloon. But before that, oh, was it really just right there? Okay, there's a window I need to get to. That's not it. It's one of these other open ones. That can't be it right there, is it? It is. Float down slowly, slowly. Wait a minute, this isn't it. Oh, it's next door. Hidden location discovered. Looky what's here.
I used to know where fiction ends and reality begins. Here, they're all the same. It's a hideous trap, my every thought made real. Fear, desire.
It's a manuscript page.
How can I ever know for sure I've escaped and not just lost in my own fantasy of it? That thought alone can drive you insane.
So they found one. Typewritten page procedures. A standard letter-sized typewritten page with minor water damage. The page is full of text, but apart from the top 7 lines, all the rest have been violently scratched out. Only a few individual words and phrases can be made out. The page emits a dim glow in the dark. When the text is read, there is a feeling of dislocation, as if witnessing the page being written as you read it, and as if reality around you is being blank to match the words on the page. The feeling is made stronger if the text is blank. Forensic and linguistic analysis confirms the text has been written by Alan Wake with the same typewriter as the earlier materials discovered in the Bright Falls in 2010. And in the next room, the thermos. I wonder if they'll when they'll finally meet, because you know they're gonna meet eventually. Jesse and Alan. Okay, now let's get back to the game. To the main story, that is. Oh, this dude got his fucking lower jaw torn off. So whatever did this was not...
Hello?
Oh.
Can you hear me? Jesse.
Emily?
Are you there? Jesse?
Emily? He's gone. Dylan isn't here. He might be nearby. Or maybe the hiss got to him. I don't know.
Jesse, listen. Dylan's here. With us. He just walked in. He says he is giving himself up. He's been affected by the hiss, but he is different than the others. We must isolate him.
I'm on my way.
Oh.
We need to get back. I have to see my brother.
So... Huh. He got infected?
Alright, I won't take up too much of your time today, Dylan. Like I said, I want to talk about Jessie, your sister.
What about her?
I just want to get your perspective. What do you think of her? What kind of person is she? That sort of thing.
I adored my sister. When I was little, I mean, back in Ordinary.
And you don't anymore?
When I first got here, sure. I'd always hoped she'd come too. Find me, to take me home. We went everywhere together. Why should this be any different? Casper said she could come too, to the Bureau. If she wanted to.
Casper?
But she never did.
Why do you think that is?
Because she didn't care about me. She always wanted to be out on her own, seeing the world. She always said so. I guess she got what she wanted.
Great. So she wanted to see the world. Did she ever mention any place in particular?
Why?
We like to ask questions around here, you know that. Any particular cities, towns, landmarks, anything like that?
I don't remember.
What about family friends? Were you close with anyone living outside of Ordinary?
I'm done with this. Tell Casper I want pizza for lunch today.
Dylan, wait. We're not... End of session.
He wrote it in blood. So he killed people. But why? Was it because of his infection by the hiss? Or was it just something he always wanted to do? Is it chest? Remote thought. Anything up here before I go? Not that I can see. Wait, can I go through these doors now? Oh, I don't have level 6 clearance yet. Dylan Faden observation. Breakfast is bought, get out of bed, uses toilet, returns to bed. Asks for television to be turned on, staff do so, lunch is brought, breakfast is removed, eats lunch, uses toilet. Begins to talking to self. Recording speech is not possible due to noise from television. Becomes upset, throws lunch tray at glass. Sedated, crew clean the cell, television is turned off. Comes to, asks for television to be turned on, the staff refuse. Television privileges were refused due to hostile behavior. Sleeps. So he busted out of here. Well, again, I can't really blame the guy. These are some shitty situations to be put in. Level 2. Level 1's right here. Oh. Abilities. Increase melee damage because, yeah, I've been using melee and sometimes it's just not getting through to what I need it to do. Construct charge. Charge to hold up 3 explosive projectiles that can stagger enemies caught in the blast radius. Fast travel to Central Executive.
Is purely antithetical to every variant of the Hiss signal I can arrange. But how did Darling create it?
Timeline of events. Speech analysis.
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late?
Where is he?
How is he? I need to know.
He's clearly been affected by the hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation.
Polaris?
I need to run tests.
Wait, the
more
ghost?
in control, more present.
Or whatever the hell is with
I want
Jesse?
to see him.
My brother. Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
What the hell? A coin? Put a record on it. Oh, you're here too?
I found this token. Any idea what it does?
Ah, that is a jukebox token. Little bastards turn up in the weirdest places, like bad pennies. The Rangers use them to activate an old object of power.
A jukebox, I assume. Does it have any good songs?
Nope, just the one record. Hey, be careful turning it on, though. When it's playing, you get a free trip to the formation.
The formation. That sounds ominous.
Why does it send you there?
The Bureau has been wondering that for years. I mean, it's just a pile of rocks built by God knows who, but... Well, researchers have confirmed it's in the same threshold as the quarry. Well, no one's ever been able to map a physical route to the formation for maintenance.
So it's in the quarry. You just don't know where.
Pretty much. We only send in annual expeditions to the formation now. Checkups, Salvador calls them. This year's team went in the day the hiss arrived. Come to think of it, the song should have brought back hours ago.
I can go in and take a look.
I'd appreciate that. The jukebox is kept just past the security booth over there. Just put in the token and enjoy the ride.
I'll come talk to you in a minute.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not
This
the only
feels
one.
like a DLC mission, so I might do... Yeah, this sounds like a DLC thing. Oh, this isn't where I wanted to go. Is it these stairs? Through here. Oh!
Happiness comes. You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes. White pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been in there. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you train. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes. White pearls, but you are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunder's home distorts you.
That's Dylan.
White pearls,
Can
but
you hear
yellow
me?
and red in the eye.
Oh, come on, Dylan. I'm here. I found you.
Into the wet. You've always been in there. You want this to be true.
Do you know who I am?
Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign.
Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better.
Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be
that?
true.
Please?
Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only truth. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small. In Ordinary. In the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years.
After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The egg cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home.
The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet.
You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into. Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself. I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
You are a worm through time. You are a worm through time. The thunder's home to souls. Happiness comes. What?
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here. Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Off to a good start. Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary, before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jesse Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything. Don't you find that weird? I find that weird.
What the fuck does that mean?
Sure. The hell was that?
Yeah,
He's
what
trying to
was
mess with me.
that?
You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror.
I don't like that. I don't like what he said there. That feels too ominous. And Dylan, the girl's name? Is it? Huh. You have something
Maybe
else to
Dylan's
say?
still in there. Maybe there's a way to reach him.
I'd like to talk to my brother, please.
Dylan?
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
Just now?
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place. I helped you get a job here so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, and there was always plenty of work to do. And it stayed that way forever and ever. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted, and none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game, and it was a fucking boring game. But you couldn't stop playing. And then it shifted again.
What does that
maybe
mean?
It was another dream already. Or maybe I'm just confusing them. But in this other dream, it was more like a musical. This is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town. It's the ordinary story. She worked an ordinary job in an ordinary office. Something. And that's all I can remember of that dream.
Maybe that's for the best.
You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you.
I'll
White pearls, but yellow and red in the eye.
deal with him later.
They're endangering us by bringing a hiss in.
How much? I think I'll talk to a few more of these guys, and that'll be it, if that's okay with you.
I don't think I ever told you this, but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once. Did the whole boot camp thing, even got rookie status. Anyway, not the point. My old ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Cho, Guy, Hepton, Stoll, and Thompson. They were supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Then they had nothing protecting them from the hiss.
You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we're already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want the hiss to get them. Could you find him for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish.
And I won't let them stay hiss.
What's the deal with Blackrock?
Oh, fuck. Don't get me started on BlackRock. You know, ever since research found out that it blocks paranatural stuff, they have just been parading dangerous materials in and out of the fucking quarry. Fucking lab coats, man. Look, making my job harder.
Sounds like there's some tension between departments.
Still, at least the quarry's got a good view of the night sky. You know, me and Salvador used to have after-work beers down there.
See, and you say that place isn't... that you don't like that place.
What do you know about Dr. Darling?
About as much as anybody, I guess. Head of research, loves to hear himself talk. All of those science types absolutely do. Now he's been acting a little bit psycho recently. Although HR told me not to use that word, so...
Everyone thinks finding Darling will lead us to the answers. But if he's completely lost it, then what help could he be?
So, through the power of seeing into the future, aka we played Alan Wake 2 first before this, we know that Darling eventually ends up in the dark place. But I wonder if he's here first, before he goes there.
You're security, right? Do you work with Rangers?
Not often. Rangers are specially trained in threshold reconnaissance and ground zero AWE response. Security is more interested in the dangers inside the Bureau.
They must see some weird stuff out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, every week they are tackling things that were previously unknown to the human experience. Most Rangers, they retired due to cognitive collapse. I looked up the medical definition. Not fun.
How does the Bureau handle thresholds?
Handle might be a bit of an optimistic way to put it. Marshall sends her Rangers in to map them, check growth rates, locate epicenters, take samples, measure stuff, basically.
Sounds like he's done his homework.
Now, down in maintenance, thresholds are used just like any other tool. The lab coats mine black rock from one, maintenance siphons water from another. We use it for pretty much everything, except drinking.
Why don't you drink it? Do I even want to know?
Yeah, a lot of time we find these little chunks in it. It's pretty gross.
I didn't want to know.
No.
What do you think of Marshall?
Marshall? Marshall's a fucking badass. Rangers could not ask for a better leader. She's a little, you know, intense, but given the stuff she's seen, I'm not surprised. She does have a bad habit of disappearing, though.
Where does she
What do
go?
you mean?
Last time she vanished, I did some digging into the security logs. I found camera footage of her entering the quarry. She was down there alone for days. Now, typically that's not allowed, but Marshall is kind of above the rules.
I wonder what she finds so interesting in the quarry.
Weird. Getting lost in viewing the night sky?
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know.
And what do you have to say, friend?
How are you doing, Jesse? It can't be easy seeing Dylan like this.
I'm fine. What can you tell me? Is he still... human? Or is he his?
I've taken numerous tissue samples and have tests running as we speak, but from the initial data, he looks healthy. I only see corruption in a superficial way.
What does that mean?
I don't know. This is all new, but if he's like you, maybe Polaris is preventing total Hiss takeover. Or maybe this is just a new form of Hiss. We've already seen how it affects people in different ways.
Dylan told me he let the Hiss in. Does that change anything?
Voluntary conversion. I mean, hypothetically, that could affect the mental state post-corruption, as well as the extent of biological alteration. But again, this is new territory for me. I'll need time.
You won't have it. I'm gonna shut down the slide projector. That's how the Hiss are getting in. Once I close it, this should all be over.
Jesse, we don't know how this works. If you sever their connection to the source, it could cause a terminal chain reaction.
It's better than doing nothing at all.
Dead.
Better that than what Dylan is now.
Yeah.
I'm shutting it down. This has to end. Whatever happens, happens.
Okay, just let me know how I can help.
Thank you, Emily.
Anything new to say, though? Like, conversation-wise?
Hi, Jesse.
I've been seeing, seems like he enjoys the limelight.
Oh, I skipped it.
So you noticed, huh? When he recruited me out of college, he actually came to visit. He interrupted my physics course by shouting, not quite, Professor, and then marching down to the front of the class where he proceeded to berate the very idea of laws of thermodynamics. Hey, he's been a showboat all his life.
Darling visited you in college?
Yeah, he read a paper I'd published, came to recruit me for the Bureau. I accepted and then spent years waiting for access to the confidential research that Darling promised me. And whenever I ask about my access level, he just mumbles that it's temporarily postponed and then Changes the subject to the effect of entropy on luck.
I wonder who else Starling hid his work from. Marshall? Trench? Have you learned anything about Dylan's condition?
Only that he's definitely Hiss, but I guess his chanting made that pretty obvious. You know, interestingly, the words of the Hiss incantation have an average length of 4 letters. The most common word used 7 times is want. The next most common are through and time. That's very interesting, don't you think?
I don't care about the words. What about my brother?
Want through time?
Sorry, I got a little off track. Well, strangely, his tissue samples all look healthy, unlike the other Hiss I've tested.
That's good news. Right? I wanted to talk to you about the crazy things I can do. My abilities. I get the sense that they're not very usual around here.
Well, usual and unusual aren't really benchmarks at the Bureau, but for some perspective, Director Northmore once used the floppy disk to send a bowling ball 6 yards through the air, and that was considered a huge deal. So compared to that, you are most certainly an outlier.
An outlier. I like the sound of that.
So compared to everyone else who has these abilities, she's the one with the most potential. Very interesting. Is because of the ghost?
Don't let me hold you up.
Maybe? I'm just gonna call it a ghost. It's probably some sort of fucking alien or some weird shit like that, but I'm calling it a ghost. Ooh. Okay. Excuse me. This was another short one, but I kind of learned my lesson with Alan Wake to take my time a little bit with this game. And you never know. More stuff can come out along the way. Let's see, what's the next game in the schedule? The next episode is going to be Mass Effect and then Star Wars. So that's going to be for the next stream. Alright, so thank you everyone for coming. Thank you to my beautiful wife for being here, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.